Wow, Dead Island 2 is actually here. Wow. Let's just take a moment to acknowledge that this game's development is in its final stages. I want to start this video by saying I'm very sick, so I apologize for any changes. But let's talk about Dead Island 2, man, because I think there's a lot of controversy around this game. In a good way, but also a bad way. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm Trey, welcome back to a brand new video, guys. If you guys do enjoy this one, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. So Dead Island 2, first of all, looks fucking great. I love everything I'm seeing in the trailers. The game looks polished with the combat. I mean, we knew it was gonna look good though, right? Because back in 2016, when like the leak game dropped and you could download it, even then the graphics were looking good. So I already knew that this game was gonna be down to the wire. It looks like there's gonna be a decent lore. It looks like they're going with a more comedic route for their game. Dead Island 1 and Dead Island 2 were like low-key pretty serious. Like Sam B, bro, he was not fucking around. Like, he was trying to get out of that island. Like, you know, there was all the military politics and shit. Like, that was real shit. Seems like with the LA version of Dead Island 2, they're going with like a more Dead Rising type route where they're kind of playing with the story, playing with characters. Everything's over exaggerated and extreme. And I think it's a good option for their game. So obviously, naturally, I am going to pre-order this game. Dead Island 2, okay? This is maybe one of the most anticipated video games of all time. But I think it will be downplayed. Not money-wise. The game is going to make its money most likely. Just the hype of Dead Island 2, the title alone is crazy. I still can't believe I'm even making a video talking about it being released. I feel like so many people are going to buy this game, but I feel like it's gonna fall off really quickly. And I hate to say this because the first two Dead Island games, I've played through both of them combined at least over 10 times. However, those games came out in a different day. 2022 gaming is very, very selective, and most developers don't actually put the effort into their game. You may be thinking, oh, but Dead Island 1 and Dead Island 2 were fire and put together by a really good studio. Well, you have to understand this is a completely different developer. Not only is it a completely different developer, but if you're not aware of Dead Island 2's past, the reason it took so long was because it was switching between different companies, and that is probably going to leave some mark on the game. Something's different than what we're used to. Could be for the better, but it'll likely be for the worse. So it's likely the game's direction was shifted around a ton during development. Dead Island 2, I also relate closely to Dying Light 2. See, when Dead Island 2 was announced, Dying Light 1 wasn't even out yet. I'd say that Dying Light is so much of a better game than Dead Island, regardless of how much I love Dead Island. And now we have Dead Island 2 coming out instead of 2015 in 2023. By now, most people have already fulfilled their zombie needs with Dying Light 2. And do we confidently think, in reality, that Dying Light 2 still won't overshadow how good Dead Island 2 is? Did you know on Steam that Dying Light 1 has more players than Dying Light 2? Like all the time, consistently, sometimes way more? That's because to some degree, Dying Light 2 did let us down in some of the massive promises they were making. Dying Light 1 was a breakthrough for the zombie genre. Dying Light 2 comes out, and it honestly underwhelms Dying Light 1 in a lot of ways. And that was disappointing for a game that comes out 7 years later. But I don't know if I can say confidently that Dead Island 2 will live up to either of them. Dying Light 2 has so many more built-in mechanics, mostly being the parkour system, which Dead Island doesn't have. Not only that, but Dying Light 2 generally had better crafting systems, had better upgrade systems, felt more whole as a game overall. In the current Dead Island 2 trailers, they're advertising this, oh, you can become the zombie. But Dying Light 2 just did that shit. I mean, we just played as it was cool as fuck, all got to play as a zombie, and now I feel like it's almost just kind of repeating what we already had. The game is going to be amazing because it's Dead Island 2, but I don't think that'll last for very long. You need to see more gameplay for sure, but I can tell you that from everything I've seen, will this game feel like slightly a copy and paste? I'm also not a huge fan of the release date. I wish they released it slightly earlier because you're going to have to compete with, first of all, Star Wars Jedi Survivor coming out a month before, Resident Evil 4 Remake, I'm buying that shit, Hogwarts Legacy, it looks very promising, and that new Suicide Squad game. A fuck ton of competition, and I'm not sure if it's going to lead it, but we just need to see more gameplay. But for now, I'm going to say early on, I'm a little bit nervous for Dead Island 2's future. Guys, let me know what you think of Dead Island 2 and this video in general. Do you agree with me? Do you think Dead Island 2 can be undermined by the other titles coming out and other games that we've played already being better than it? Let me know down below in the comments, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.